Despite reports that the opposition's delegation turned up late at the flag-raising ceremony and had premeditatedly planned to walk out, General Secretary of the PPP Clement Rowe is debunking those assertions, saying that the delegation arrived well in advance of the commencement of the event and even before many government ministers.
And then the Prime Minister arrived. He took the salute that is relevant to the Prime Minister. He came up and he sat. And then within a few minutes afterward, the President and his entourage arrived. He took the salute. And then he came up and sat down where he was supposed to be seated. All of that happened while we were there. So there was no question about, wrong entrance, clashes in arrivals, and so forth.
The opposition party is claiming that on arrival, a few of their MPs, along with the leader of the opposition, were facilitated with seats, while more than 20 other MPs were still standing. Rowe is alleging that even the president on his arrival had highlighted the issue with Minister Nicolette Henry.
We stuck around thinking that she would have come back telling us that, seats are here or seats were there and so on. We were standing talking to each other. There was no one who was monitoring the movement of Nicolette Henry to ascertain that she was talking to people to tell them to get up to allow us to be seated. We could not have ascertained that because I, for one, wasn't looking to see whether she was doing that, because we were always engaged in conversation, standing, while all of that was happening. And then afterward, we decided, after recognizing that the situation, is not resolved, we decided to leave.
Rowe insists that they were assured in Parliament that seats would have been allocated for them, but that never materialized.
This public would have never happened if we were in the government to the then opposition. It clearly was a case of either ineptitude, incompetence, or inexperience. Or maybe it was designed like that.
Minister with responsibility for the hosting of the event on the very night told Nightly News that the planning was in place to have seats reserved for the opposition members.
To the extent that all of the persons were not able to sit together, I think was more or less the issue. However, I wanted to take the opportunity to provide seating for them collectively, but I wasn't given that opportunity because they left during the time I was making provision for that to happen.
The minister feels that much more was in the matter than in the epistle. An account of what happened was circulated to the media, whereby the minister apologized for the inconvenience, embarrassment, or distress the incident may have caused. The opposition today has stated that it received no official apology from the government of Guyana. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.